Hello and welcome to Across the Bifrost, the Mighty Thor podcast, where on each and every episode, we explore the world of Marvel's Mighty Thor. I am your host, Ryan Doze, and on today's episode, we have a very special best of edition of the podcast for you. We are excited to go back and look at a few memories that we had with the Thunder Round. Yes, our little get to know you section of our interviews with our creators, where we ask them just some questions that either we want to know or questions we feel like would be interesting for you as a listener to check out. So we've got the Thunder Rounds from our interviews, our chats with Alyssa Wong, Mike Del Mundo, and Jason Aaron in store for you today. And we hope you enjoy this episode. We will be back to our regularly scheduled programming next week with some great conversations, of course, from the world of Thor and the Nine Realms and Asgard and all of that. But for today, I hope you enjoy this Best of the Thunder Round with Alyssa, Mike, and Jason. Alyssa Wong, we have been just completely, overjoyed by having you as a guest on the show tonight. But we do have one more bit of business, and that is our Thunder Round. Our Thunder Round is 5 questions for listeners and Listener Prime to get to know you a little bit better. So we're going to kind of just go back and forth on these, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Deadpool at the end. Because that's awesome stuff that is happening right now. So Will, you have the first question.
Yeah, so Alyssa, no wrong or right answer, just whatever comes to mind, whatever comes to heart. You answer the best you can. If you were a superhero, what would be your superpower?
Shapeshifting.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a fast answer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My shoes would always fit. I would be able to wear whatever I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I could be tall and handsome. I could
Mhm.
be short and handsome. I could be whoever and whatever I wanted to at any given point. And really, it doesn't really get any better than that.
Yeah, shapeshifting, strong answer. Strong. There's no wrong or right answers, but man, that's a strong one. That's a good one.
As long as
Will's
whatever
wrong.
shapeshift into is handsome. I feel like that was an important thing that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I want to fly, I'll just turn into a handsome bird. Done and done.
Boom.
Yeah, that's a nice hack right there. One power, but
That's a dashing
multiple.
bird.
Yeah. Look at the hair on that bird. Don't
Look
go
at that
down with
handsome.
feathers.
So
Yeah.
regal. That's a handsome bird.
Alyssa, what the next question in our Thunder Round is: what is your number one pet peeve?
Mouth sounds.
Ooh.
I hate mouth sounds. Like, oh no. That's good. No, talking is technically mouth sounds, but like
smacking gum.
Yeah, like
chewing
like
loudly.
really wet mouth sounds. Like, I don't know. Like eating is always a little rough if someone's like eating with their mouth open, or just I don't know. Just it makes me angry.
Did anybody else just get really self-conscious about whether or not their mouth makes too much
Right.
noise?
I'm
while
hitting
saying
mute
it?
right now. Right now, I'm hitting mute. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
I am
No, that's
literally right there with you on the mouth
Mhm.
sounds. With the, I
100%.
just, no, can't do it.
I used
But
to, oh, sorry.
speaking
of
eating,
mouth sounds, speaking of eating,
I'm gonna keep making some mouth sounds. I call them words. We'll see if they make sense. What drink or snack is your absolute go-to?
Like I'll just give it to you without any context.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling fancy, Shirley Temple.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very fancy.
I want to feel fancy every day, but unfortunately, I don't have Shirley Temple mix-ins every day. So
The butler just doesn't have that ready to go.
yeah.
Oh no, Alyssa's feeling fancy today. Get the Shirley Temple ready. What about do you have like a snack that's a go-to? Like something you just nibble on or that you just binge eat?
Yes. There are these ghost pepper peanuts that are
my.
incredible. Did you
Ghost
choose to
pepper.
say what?
Ghost pepper
Ghost-
peanuts.
Yeah, ghost pepper peanuts.
Sounds painful.
It
Sounds
does sound painful.
So good. You can feel them through your entire body. It's great.
nice. You can feel it in your
Feel
whole
just like
body.
capsaicin
gosh.
just radiating through your entire body. It's fantastic. I love it.
That sounds like a condition.
Yeah.
It does actually.
That's something you have a lot. Like you always want to feel your food throughout.
Wow.
Yeah. If I'm just like at my desk, I'll just get a bowl of that and just eat it and sweat and eat it. It's great.
Just typing away. Oh gosh.
Who needs a 5-hour energy when you have ghost pepper peanuts? That's like a good wake-up call. That sounds pretty epic.
So good.
All right. So when you're not creating comics or writing or eating ghost pepper peanuts, what do you do for fun? What do you do for fun?
Oh, not enough stuff. All I do is work.
Mhm.
I think I started getting into rock climbing recently.
Nice.
So
Very cool.
I'm terrified of heights, but I'm hoping that this will help me fix that.
Okay. I'm scared of heights. What do? Climb a rock.
Yeah.
I respect that because the main reason that I don't want to rock climb is because I'm scared of heights. So you're the exact opposite. You're like, I'm doing it because of that.
Yeah, I've been doing bouldering, so you don't have like anything holding you, you just climb the rock. And then I did top rope where you do have like the harness and the belay, and you go way the hell up in the air. And coming down is so scary because you have to kick off of the rock wall. So you just have to like kick backwards into the air, and I am so scared of heights. So that was really hard.
So good.
But nothing feels more exciting than victory. So
and living.
And the nerves that I now have that are causing mouth sounds on my end of this Zoom call from hearing about this. To close out the Thunder round, if you could have dinner with any person, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
To clarify, the other person is dead or alive. We assume you are alive for this part.
You could also be dead if you want, but I don't know if that would be as good of a dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. The ghost route.
oh no, this is so difficult. Oh God. I don't have a good answer. I guess Octavia Butler.
Oh, good answer. Fantastic.
Yeah, she's incredible. I've read her story Bloodchild in college, I think. And I just loved it. I am obsessed with parasites, and I was just like, this is incredible. So
Parable of the Sower. Have you read Parable of the Sower?
I have not read Parable of the Sower.
Oh, man, I read that at the beginning of the pandemic, and that was probably a bad thing because it was like, oh my gosh, she was a prophet. She wrote this like in the late 90s, early 2000s, but like she predicted the future is happening right now. I was like, oh my gosh, she is a prophet, man. It is so good. Yeah, that's such a good answer.
We do have one thing we want to do with you before we let you go, and that is our Thunder round, where we hit you with 5 quick, simple questions, and Will and I will go back and forth. And these are Mike Del Mundo questions. Like, we want to know from you.
Do I have to answer them like super quick? Because I'm like the guy that tends to like think of it.
Yeah. He can edit the thinking part, but the first thing that comes to your mind, the first thing, like,
I probably won't.
Yeah.
No,
no wrong or right answers. Like, boom,
Yeah.
First thing coming, blink. Like, oh, that's what came to my mind. And
if you wanna take a moment with it, this Thunder round is your time to shine. So, Will, I'm gonna start off, and then we can just ping pong back and forth. That's cool with you?
Yeah,
Sure.
sounds good.
Okay. Mike Del Mundo, if you were a superhero, what would your powers be?
I don't know, man. I love Wolverine, but I don't think I'm gonna be slicing people up. Flying for sure.
Flying for sure. Why do you say flying for sure?
I don't know. I just think it's something cool that like I've like I'm sure we all wish to like be up in the air and just being able to glide, like float like Superman. I don't know. And when I walk my dogs, I just see birds flying. Just like I'm just like, damn man, wish I had wings.
You're like, you know what, birds? That's a weird flex for you to do on me right now.
That's right.
When I'm on the ground.
That's right. That's
Yo,
right.
it's such a flex. I mean,
And they're like, they look down. They're like, Mike, you have opposable thumbs. You can draw amazing.
You have
Like,
opposable
thanks for-
thumbs.
Yeah, we can't draw, but we can
We don't
fly.
even-
but
We don't even know what thumbs are.
we don't even know what thumbs are.
oh
Go
man,
for it.
opposable thumbs is a superpower for sure.
It is.
Right. Okay,
All
well,
right. All right, next one. Pet peeve. If there's one pet peeve out there that just drive you nuts that people do, what is it? What's a pet peeve? Don't let this get in the way of Mike.
And pet peeve of people, I don't know, man. I'm pretty forgiving. Like I don't really get super angry, but I would say my pet peeve, one of them, like today, was like doing peanut butter and jelly, and like having to use two butter knives. You don't want to mix the jelly with the peanut butter and the
Yes.
just in case someone dude with like like a peanut butter allergy, comes in. I'm always paranoid about that. So
Yeah.
that's such a weird pet peeve, but yeah.
No, but with someone with young kids that have taken them to school and fix lunches, like that's legit. Yeah.
now I know I could never make Mike Del Mundo a PB and J because I'm a one knife kind of like I'm just thinking about the dishes I don't want to do.
I just don't want to have that one of my friends' kid that comes in and it's like, do you want he's a fan of jelly or something. You're
like, Mike, are you trying to kill my kid?
That's right.
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Where's your EpiPen? Where's your EpiPen? It's like, I'm sorry, didn't have it. Yeah.
I didn't realize Mike was making the PB and J's today. Speaking of food, what is your go-to drink or snack? Say like in the middle of like a long work day, what's your go-to drink or snack?
People know me as the ginger ale guy. Like I like my Canada Dry.
Ooh.
Nice.
But I've switched to Coke recently because I'm getting bored of that.
Huh. So, like just like a regular Coke, red can, ice cold. Oh man.
But ginger ale is like kind of like the go-to like pop drink.
Yeah.
I'm bad about that. And coffee. You like your coffee. Snack wise, geez, man, freak. I like my Starburst, but if it's here, if it's there, I like my Starburst. If it's like a candy, chips, man, I like my barbecue chips, man.
Oh
yeah, nice.
So good call. When you get invited to your next Comic-Con, you should have it on your rider. Just feel like there's got to be Canada Dry and barbecue chips there. Like that's what I need. That's
hey, even better if I run into Mike at a Comic-Con, I'm just gonna walk up and not even tell him coming and hand him Canada Dry and barbecue. He's like, I think I know you from somewhere. How did you know I like Canada Dry and barbecue chips? I'm just gonna walk.
I feel so filthy, man. People just keep handing me like the most unhealthy saturated fats. Oh my god. I mean, I love it, but like getting handed to it, be like, oh my god, I feel so filthy.
Well, that'd be a great moment because you could you just walk up to the table and then just watch as a line of people are like, does he know him? Like, what? Like, is he running errands for him?
That's right. No, I know. And then I'm gonna put a sticky note on there that says "No guilt snack." Like you don't have to feel guilty about it. That's what I'm gonna put on there. No guilt snack. Okay. All right. So when you're not doing comics, you're not like taking kids to school or walking your dog. What are you doing for fun?
Like everyone else, Netflix, whatever streaming service there are. So we'll watch some TV. I got the PS5 now, so that's what I've been doing during the break. So playing PS5,
Nice.
What game or show are you obsessed with right now?
Shoot, there's so many. Well, the game, we've been playing FIFA 23.
Very, very, very fitting with the World
Cup. Yeah. That's because my kid really likes soccer, so that's what he asked for Christmas, and then I got into it.
Nice.
I just finished Horizon Forbidden West, and yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to playing like The Last of Us and stuff like that next.
I mean, yeah, because the show just came out. I mean, you might as well Might as well do some nostalgia gaming.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna go for like God of War, but I was like, maybe I'll just wait and do The Last of Us because of the show and all that stuff. So, and then yeah, I mean, my default is always The Office. Like, if I've watched a
Yes.
lot of shows, but if there's like if I got a half an hour show I have to run and I don't want to watch a full movie before I go to sleep, it's always The Office.
Okay,
Nice.
Mike, I'm a firm believer that The Office is the greatest sitcom of all time. It is it's amazing show. Do you have a favorite episode of The Office?
Oh man, the basketball episode.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of the earlier, like what's like the first
That's the first season, yeah.
season. But yeah, I've been watching that because I'm like, man, I don't remember like I've been watching season 7 and 8. I'm just like, how do I know I've seen this, but I don't remember seeing this. So I'm watching it for the first time, man. Like,
Yeah.
really,
It's like it's not as memorable as like seasons like 2 through 4.
yeah.
Or like all that
But they're
like
still good.
oh yeah, but like Jim and Pam like weren't at their like they weren't building up to their romance. Dwight was kind of mellowed out. You know what? This is turning
Yeah,
into a
but
different
like
kind of
I was
podcast.
just like, yo, I never remember watching Mike hitting it off with Pam's mom or something like that. It's crazy, you know. But anyways, yeah. So that
So good. Yeah.
Simpsons, like those are like go-to shows, right? Like if
Yeah.
I have nothing else to watch, Simpsons and the Office are always just,
Nice.
yeah.
We one last question, and this kind of comes back to a comic book related thing, but we love to ask all of the creators this question: if you could have dinner with any comic book creator, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh man.
You've
Well,
mentioned quite a few names so far that I'm
I mean, I've had dinner with like my hero, one of my
what,
heroes.
can you tell us
Okay.
about that?
Yeah, Will Spertasio.
Yeah.
So we
Nice.
at Toronto Comic Con, we were like booth neighbors basically.
Oh,
And yeah, man, we like my wife was actually there, and she kind of like invited everybody to like just eat. It was like us, Humberto Ramos,
Ah, nice.
holy
yeah,
God.
yeah. It was just a whole bunch of people, and I'm like, this is crazy, like because Humberto's a huge inspiration for me,
Yeah.
Mhm.
especially when I was like heading back into really learning the craft of like comics and really taking it serious.
Yeah.
A huge like one of the guys I was really trying to mimic or just like learn off of. And so I was like, this is crazy, man. And yeah, that was I mean, it was awesome, but it was also, when you go to dinner with your heroes, it's hard to you want to tell them so much how much, oh my God, like you meant so much to my childhood. You got me comics, but you also don't want you almost feel like I don't want them to feel so uncomfortable, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Like what do I do with that?
yeah.
Like,
So yeah, I kept it cool, but like I mean, I did let
like
him know that like you are the reason that that I'm probably drawing comics, especially
Yeah.
because he's also of Filipino descent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, when I found out that he was like, another like a Filipino artist, I was like, oh man, like that's really cool, it really got me excited. Same thing with Todd McFarlane. He's a Canadian artist and I'm from Canada, so like
right.
these image guys really brought me in,
And
That's cool.
oh man, that's so cool. Is there anybody that you maybe haven't met or that is maybe passed away that you're like, man, that one would be cool too, or you're like, I'm good, man, like I had that dinner.
I would love to like meet Todd and Jim Lee and those guys. Like I've talked to Todd, but like in person, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it would be really cool.
Yeah. Well, if we think Todd McFarlane should have dinner with you, if that counts for probably nothing, but anything. So that's our Thunder Round, man. Thanks for helping listeners get to know you a little better. Before we jump out of here, I have a Thunder Round, as you've so generally just tweaked at the end.
Look, don't let me bully you into like changing your show around.
Here's the thing. I work best when I have an editor. So I appreciate the editing process.
Well, it's good. It's good to be open to notes and to editorial ideas. I am the same.
So I got 5 lightning thunder round questions for Jason Aaron, and they're ones that I just really want to know, as if the whole interview hasn't been that. But here we go. Number 1 is, if you could write one DC book, what would it be?
Is there are these timed? Is there a time limit? Is there a
Nope.
buzzer or something?
You take all the time you need.
This I don't know. I've been asked this a lot. I always hesitate. Sometimes I hesitate to give answers because it's like, well, you might see me doing those characters. I think Batman's an obvious one. I wrote Batman for one panel in the one. I've only ever written one DCU issue, which was a Penguin, Joker's Asylum Penguin one shot back in the day, and Batman's in one panel of it. So I've written one line of dialogue for Batman. So I'd like to write more, I suppose. But I've also said before, there's a part of me that feels like you're not really a proper comic book writer until you've written Superman in some capacity. So I would like to write Superman someday.
I'm just curious, why do you say that, why do you say that caveat with Superman?
I don't know, but it just feels like, that it's like a Muslim making a pilgrimage to Mecca, right? Like Superman is sort of he's the godfather, he's the thing from which all else flowed. So it feels like you're not really a comic book writer until you've gotten to put words in his mouth. Just like, I think if you're writing at Marvel, you feel like you're not really a Marvel writer until you've written Spider-Man in a scene.
Yeah.
I think the hardest I've ever worked on one line of dialogue was the first time I ever wrote a line for Spider-Man. It was just one panel of Ghost Rider, but I probably worked the whole day on one stupid line that I don't even remember. Because you feel like, it's Spider-Man. Like back in the day when you would get Marvel checks, like physical check, they had Spider-Man on them,
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, that's a long answer. I'm not doing the lightning round.
No.
Thunder round justice.
Well, and you mentioned Superman, and just real quickly, I saw a bit of Assad Ribic commissioned artwork where he drew Superman, and I was like, holy shit, I need that right now. Like I need an Assad run of Superman.
Right. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that, but yeah, that'd be.
So I'll send it to you someday. Get the band back together. That'd be an awesome thing. Second question in our.
I was emailing Assad today about something. So
awesome.
It was not Superman. Not Superman.
Second question: if you could have dinner with one comic book creator, who would it be, past or present? So they can be dead.
I guess probably Jack Kirby. Just to like sit and listen.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate Kirby as a kid, because the stuff when I was a kid was like superpowers was probably my first exposure to Kirby. So I think at some point I saw the Hunger Dogs graphic novel and then started to go back. So I did not fully appreciate him yet as a kid, like when he was actually around. But of course, in the years since then, I've come to greatly appreciate Kirby. Like I said, that chunk of Thor stuff to me is as good as anything he ever did. So that, and of course, all the Fourth World stuff I hold on a high pedestal. So yeah, probably just Kirby. Again, I wouldn't really say much. I'd just nurse my drink and I'd listen.
It's like, more stories, please.
Right.
More stories. Jack Kirby, just awesome legend. I feel like in a comic book conversation, you're like, to call Jack Kirby a legend's like, well, duh, man.
Right.
Of course. Now the one that I wanted to get to earlier on is, what is on your pull list at your store?
Yeah, I've got a pretty lengthy pull list. I buy a lot of stuff I don't know. I mean, I mostly follow creators, so anything
Okay.
Tom King does. I love Mark Russell. Like anything that dude does. I mean, he's doing stuff at Marvel, at DC, at pretty much every publisher these days. His creator-owned stuff is amazing. Everything he touches is really, really great. Yeah, Tom Taylor, like we talked about, has been really, really killing it. I love, beyond just following creators, I love any sort of weird crossover anybody does.
Yes.
Anytime if you have Godzilla or Tarzan or Planet of the Apes crossing over with anybody else, I'm there. I'm your man. I'm in.
Yes. The less sense it makes, the better.
Right. I don't care. Yeah, whatever machinations. Like right now, there's the Godzilla Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yes, I was just going to mention that.
I'm in.
Cullen Bunn, like, absolutely, give me more, man.
Right. I think it's Cullen. Is it Freddie Williams?
Yeah.
And I cared nothing about the Power Rangers. Like I was like in college by the time they came around. I didn't care. Yeah. But you have them team up with somebody else, and I'll show up. You have Godzilla team up with anybody, and I'm there. Yeah, what else? I don't know. I'm always suck when people like put me on the spot and ask me to think of like the books
I think that's good. Like, do you have like a so I know you probably get this a lot where like people like will fangirl or fanboy when they're around you. Do you have a creator that you're like, oh my gosh, like, outside of Jack Kirby, or do you go up to like Mark Russell? Do you go up to Tom King and be like, hey bro, like that was awesome? Or like,
well, yeah, I mean, I feel like I do. I hope I do, that I'm complimentary to my fellow creators, the stuff they've done that I've liked. I mean, Garth Ennis is somebody that I totally turn into a 12-year-old fanboy when I'm around him. And he was just here in town at the local convention I went to. And I've hung out with him many times, and he's the nicest, sweetest guy you can imagine, but I still can't help but feeling like a kid when I'm around him.
You get into his line.
Right.
No, Jason, like, come on, man. We can just talk.
Back in the day. Yeah, I did. I reminded him of that I did stand in his line one time years ago, and gave him a copy of one of my cousin's books. My cousin wrote the book that Full Metal Jacket was based on, and then
cool. And
he had written a sequel to it that was still out of print. So I brought a copy of that to Garth at a signing one time. I think it was at Chicago Comic-Con, Wizard World Chicago, years and years ago. And just so I know you read my cousin's book. I don't know if you read this one. And he had not, so I gave it to him, and put my address in there. And he sent me a signed Hitman trade and like a script, one of his scripts at the time, which was super cool.
That's so awesome. I feel like Garth Ennis is a good answer. Like that's,
and he's he's a nice guy, but he's an intimidating guy, because I've read every issue of Preacher. I've read all those Punisher comics. I've read, Crossed. He's written some of the most disturbing things any comic book writer's ever put on paper. And like a year or two after that time I met him at that signing, I was doing Scalped, and my editor asked me to email Garth to ask him if he would write an intro for the first trade, which awesome. He did, which was really cool of him. So after I emailed him, I kind of got on Garth's like email list, and it was like a month or two later, he sent out like, here's photos from the Garth Ennis family vacation, and they were photos from inside a shark cage, like photos of great white sharks in I don't know, Australia or South Africa. I don't remember where he was, but it's like, because of course Garth Ennis goes, shark caging when he's on vacation. So like in my mind, that's all. No matter how cool he is to me, no matter how nice he is, in my mind, I'm still always like, this guy could snap at any minute and just kill everybody in this room.
I just read his he did like one Thor story ever, and it was the Thor Max,
the Thor
Vikings one.
Vikings. Yeah.
I was like, holy God, like what is
I remember I was thinking about that story recently. Yeah.
I did a whole review of it, and I was like, I sat there with my buddies. I'm like, yeah, it's not like any Thor comic I've ever read at all. It's definitely has the most beheadings. But so you mentioned sharks right there. So impromptu thunder round question: what is it with the sharks?
I don't know, man. I just like sharks. I don't think it's anything deeper than that.
Okay.
I mean, with Thor God of Thunder, it started doing the space sharks initially, which I thought were cool. But then as we went along, as I was doing different realms, I thought, well, every realm should have their own shark, right? So there's got to be lava sharks and bog sharks and Svartalheim, and
of course. Oh man.
So yeah, now it's just a thing.
It does feel like the Jason Aaron thing, like, hey, he's writing this book, like, okay, how long until we get a shark? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Before the sharks, it was puking. Like every book I would write, at some point a character would vomit, and for years I used the exact same like vomit sound effect for every character across every book. I think I've changed it since then. I mean, I think I've also written less puking, and I don't know why. It's not like I have a puke fetish. It was just kind of became a thing. Like I didn't feel like it was gratuitous puking. I felt like in each of those scenes, this character needs to puke for whatever reason. Just like there needed to be those sharks. So I don't know. Maybe now it'll be. I feel like I've done enough sharks. Maybe now I'll move on to a different thing.
You'll reinvent yourself, like through different periods. Like, oh, this was the shark period of Jason Aaron. Oh, this was the puking period.
Maybe maybe it'll be sharks that puke. How about that?
I feel like you have to write that in something like coming this next the next issue of Avengers you work on. Like, oh boy,
it's all puking sharks.
Javier would probably have a great time drawing all that.
Javier would draw like 1 million sharks all puking. He would draw the hell out of it.
Do like that Mephisto page from recently, but just with puking sharks.
But with the sharks, right?
Put that on my wall as a poster.
It would be beautiful. He would make it beautiful.
So with the Thunder Round is falling apart. So
I think it's going splendidly. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fantastic. It's big, it's booming, it's awesome. If you could hand someone one Jason Aaron comic to say like, hey, this is me, what would you hand them?
I don't know. That's a tough question. I mean, part of what I've tried for with my career and that I'm proud of is that I feel like I've done a lot of different things. I mean, you can look at all the books I've done for almost 20 years now, and there are common threads and common motifs and common puke sound effects and that sort of thing. But I still feel like even within the 6 years of Wolverine that I did, there are a lot of different kinds of Wolverine. I think in my Thor run, there are different kinds of Thor stories. The creator-owned books I've done are different from something like Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah.
So I've prided myself on, feeling like I have been able to do a variety of work. So part of it is I feel like I don't want me or my career to be summed up by any one book.
Okay.
I think I could probably come up with a short list of like, here's what I feel like are the strongest kind of single standalone issues I've written. I think it's Scalped number 35, which was a standalone issue in the midst of this, larger ongoing series, is a book that I'm really, really proud of. And the Mike Allred issue of Wolverine and the X-Men, which was the dupe issue, which again could not possibly be more different from the Scalped issue. It's just like a bunch of dupe related nonsense as drawn by the great Mike Allred.
Legend.
Right. And yeah, so there's single issues here and there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. The part of me also feels like I think I've done enough stuff at this point. You can't sum it up with just one issue from one thing.